Senator Wambua for having thought through this process. And in congratulating him, I begin with Section 23 of the bill, which says that the Crops Act shall not apply to the production, development, and regulation of the mung beans. Extremely important because the Crops Act has been responsible for a lot of confusion we have in the various sectors. So I will pray that going forward, the various crops that are important are developed as standalone crops with unique challenges and with the unique requirements. In supporting this bill, I also want to acknowledge the mandatory terms it uses to impose requirements on the county governments. Very, very important because when things are left hanging, they tend to be ignored. And to support the mandatory terms, there are also penalties for certain aspects or certain conduct. So I support the bill, and I also would like to contribute that there is need to strengthen the growth of this crop by investing a lot in research and development. We may need to have a mung bean research and development center so that we improve the crop. We don't just rely on the seeds as they are, but we improve them and get crops that can deal with the climate change, that can deal with the various challenges that we face today, acidic soils that we have today, and stuff like that. We also need to research into products that can be made out of the mung bean. Let us not assume that it's just by what is being used, it's being put to that it can be helpful. There's need for research in the mung bean to establish if we can use it for more products, be it in baking, be it in baby formula, be it in stuff like that. So let us invest in research so that it moves just beyond the traditional food served on the table to even go into the field of supplements and stuff like that. And of course, the mung bean is very good for bachelors and stuff because it's very easy to cook. All you need is to clean it and dump it in a boiling pot, a pot of boiling water, and even with just salt, you'll eat a good meal with ugali. Doesn't need a lot of sophistication when it comes to cooking. So these are the kind of simple foods that can help industrialization, because in industrialization, time is limited. If you go to begin preparing guache, you have to do the bulk stuff, what have you, storage is difficult, and what have you. You find that it's very difficult to use them in urban centers. But something like a mung bean is very, very easy to utilize because it's easy to store, it's easy to cook, it's easy to transport. And so the benefits of this bean are really beyond what can be stated on the floor of this House. And I support and congratulate our able senator for having brought this thing about. When I was growing up, my grandmother used to grow a lot of these beans, but today they have disappeared. I only see them in the supermarkets. It means that there must have been a problem with marketing the mung bean in Busia or in other places. So, issue of marketing is also very important. I see the bill has attempted to deal with the question of cartels emerging in the sector to deny the farmer the benefits of their labor. I congratulate that particular installment in the Act, as it will ensure that the crop becomes attractive. And in becoming attractive, it will be grown by many people. And ultimately, I want to congratulate the senator, my brother, Senator Wambua, for the manner in which he has laid out this bill, because he begins by, he has a section on the responsibilities of the national and county governments. He is not allowing for any gray areas, because when you allow gray areas, the national government seems to kick the county governments out. We get a situation in many situations whereby devolved functions have been denied county governments just by the national government. Sometimes coming in like the story of the Bedouin and the camel. It says, "Can I just warm my nose in your tent?" then my neck, my ears, and at the end of the day, the camel is inside the tent and the Bedouin is out in the cold. So by defining in very, very clear terms the boundaries between the county government and the national government as regards to this crop, our senator has done us proud by ensuring that agriculture is devolved. And we have been told, Honorable Speaker, that Africa is the only continent that has not achieved the green revolution. We are the only continent that's unable to feed ourselves. And we shall not be able to crack that problem unless we have a legal framework such as the one contained in this bill to ensure that crops are developed, to ensure that we produce food and we feed ourselves. And that way then we shall, once we sort out our food issues, we shall be able to deal with the many other challenges that we face. So with those very few remarks, I thank our venerable senator, our most able senator, for having brought us this bill, and I support it, and I pray that whatever amendments have been recommended be looked into.